Warning, this video is not meant for children. I will be swearing, so make damn well sure no kids are watching this because shit's about to get real. Hey, Fuchsia Nation! It's Red here. Here to give my review slash final thoughts about this game, due to the fact that I cut my previous review out in the last part because it wasn't very well organized or clear. So, we're going to fix that this time. So, first, I'm going to start with the things that I did not like in this game. First off, the level I think was one that we could have skipped was Hojo's lab. Like, that level didn't really need to be there at all. I didn't like the design or overall the bosses that you fight in them. The bladed fish one was pretty cool, but that's pretty much it. Also, with the party splitting up, I will give that was a neat little thing to do, because we had a large party. It's like 5, so I mean that definitely makes sense.
Okay, then.
Why they would split the party up the way they did. But still, overall, I think that was a level that could have been avoided. So, and I overall didn't really enjoy it too much. Another part I think that could have been different was when you're infiltrating the Shinra HQ, when you control Tifa for the, well, first and only time outside of battle. I think that one jump that she tried to make but failed, I think that should have been a button prompt or something of the like. And then, yes, like, I went back and I actually explored a little bit more. And, yeah, I did actually miss a weapon for Tifa. But, I mean, still, you do it, like, I missed it, so, like, it wasn't at least obvious to me. Maybe it was obvious to other people, and you people screamed at me and I didn't know it. Still, I kind of think that should have been a button prompt instead of just an automatic fail. Now then, moving on to the thing that really irks me, the ending of this game. Oh my gosh, I did not enjoy the ending of this game because of the lack of clarity that it presented. And what I mean by that is, yes, at first, it definitely seemed like they're going to go in a different direction for sure. The unknown journey will continue, and the different events that kind of took place at the end, and how apparently we got rid of destiny itself, or fate rather, so now it's in our hands. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that the same things that happened in the original game
Why would there be kids out here this late?
still will not happen. It's not exactly clear if they are gonna do that or not. And on top of that, Zack living. How does defeating fate save Zack, an event that's supposed to already happen? That to me, that just is not a good thing. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Zack as a character, and I loved his story very much, but it was his death that was the kind of a bit of the spark, maybe not spark, but a starting point for the original story to take place, and where Cloud's identity crisis comes into play because of that. And also in this game, he has the Buster Sword, which Zack gave to him when he died. So again, I reiterate, how does defeating fate when we did save Zack back then kind of implements a bit of time travel mechanics, and I don't think that's something that this game needs, because time travel can make things very complicated, and this game definitely does not need that. I still think Zack should be dead. Same thing with Biggs. I felt really conflicted about him living. Now, because he died and directly in front of Cloud. Like, same thing with Jessie. And Jessie's glove was on the desk, which kind of hints that she is alive as well. But it's like, they died at the tower, at the plate, and the plate collapsed. So, how are they still alive? And then there's also Wedge, whose fate we do not know at the moment. He could be dead, most likely is dead, but he could also be very much alive. And that part also was not very clear. And I would have preferred us to have some proof that he survived or he died. Just, I don't like the fact that we just don't know. Alright. So, with that rant out of the way, get to more of a neutral kind of stand on things from this game that I was indifferent about. Specifically, two boss fights. The Hell House and the robot at the end of Chapter 17. The one that Red 13, Barrett, and Aerith fight. I'm neutral about those because I did a horrible job fighting them. And that's on me. That was completely on me. I did a bad job fighting them. Like, I went back a little bit through this game and refought the Hell House and actually fought it properly, and it went much easier and was also a lot more fun. So, those are the two neutral points that I have. And then we get to the good parts of this game, which is nearly everything else in this game. The side quests to build as a way to build up Cloud's reputation as a mercenary was a nice little touch to add a bit of more background to this game. The characters that they added as well, the side characters, I enjoyed them. Yes, even Corneo's bodyguard, I enjoyed him as well. I know a lot of people don't, but I very much did.
Alright, let's see what's inside.
The battle system is very, very nice and a lot of fun. Despite the fact that in my original playthrough, you guys, when I was playing different characters, I kind of played everybody the same, it kind of looked like, but to me they felt differently. Barrett's exceptional at long range. Yeah, that's what, with his guns. He does get some melee weapons. And I did try them off screen, and I didn't really like them. And also Barrett's kind of like the tank of the group.
Right?
With some of his abilities that he gets. Cloud is... Cloud can be a bit of everything. Kind of a jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. Tifa is a brawler by... I mean, that's no question about it. Aerith, magic user. Also no question about that. I very much enjoyed the moments between Cloud and Tifa. It definitely had more of a
Look, over there.
They knew each other kind of feel compared to it in the original game. And yeah, no, the overall journey of this entire game was definitely worth the experience.
Hey,
even though, again, the ending,
just for a bit.
that could have been different and should have been different in my particular eyes. Let's see, my favorite boss fight is actually Rufus. I very much enjoyed that fight so much. It was so much fun to fight him the way he did, and also with what he does with the coins. It was incredible. It definitely kept me on my toes, for sure. The biggest twist for me in this game would definitely have to be the Genova boss fight. Holy crap, did that catch me off guard. And the whole scenery around, it's like, what is going on here? That didn't make any sense to me. It was probably the biggest freak out I had across the entire playthrough. It's like, Nova, I'm not supposed to fight you here. But it was also a very nice twist, a very nice surprise. And that fight, once I calmed down, was a lot of fun to do. My favorite stage is actually what you're seeing in the background now, the whole train graveyard. This is my favorite chapter of the entire game. I love the atmosphere, the overall design of the stage, as well as the enemies. I don't think it needed 2 bosses. I would have preferred only one, and if they had to only pick one, it probably would have been the second one, given the fact that it's the Black Wind keeping the souls here, even though the first one was far more fun. But still, this part of the game is still my favorite. Now then, overall, I would have to give this game... I want to give it an A. I so want to, but I don't feel like I can. Or rather, I don't think it deserves the A because of the way they portrayed the ending of this game. So I'm giving it the rank of B. It is still a fantastic game, but the ending really shortchanges this game by a lot. Because of the way they presented it, as well as the fact that the lack of clarity of if they're going to make things different or if things are going to stay the same. I can still see many of the original events that happened in Final Fantasy VII, the original one, still happening, even though fate is removed. I don't understand why Zack gets saved. Same thing with Biggs and Jesse. Just, I want to give it an A. I want to, but unfortunately, I think the game, because of how like I said, how the ending is portrayed, I'm giving it a B. Honestly, had they, my suggestion for the ending would have been everything they had up until after the
cranes up there.
roadway boss fight. And then they leave still normally, and they go to the next village, and Cloud tells his tale about his last mission with Sephiroth as soldier, where they went to Nibelheim. Because then you can still have Sephiroth as the final boss of this chapter, or episode rather. I understand, end of any kind of game, you want a big, epic boss battle. You know, just it signifies this is the end. And we got that, but at the same time, it didn't make sense to fight fate. Or maybe it will in time, who knows.
It's not working. There's no power.
But that way, you would be more clear about the direction you are taking this game, as well as the fact you would make, I believe you would also make a lot more Final Fantasy VII fans happier going that route. Still, I am invested in what you guys plan to do with this storyline. I want my questions answered. Again, I say, how in the hell did we save Zack by defeating Fate when his death had already happened? I just, that is, to me, weird, bizarre, and does not make a lick of sense. Which is why I really wish that they were clearer with their intent, as well as just clearer with the ending. I know I said that a lot, but it's still it bothers me. It really bothers me. I'm not. Oh. So anyway, so yes, overall, I give this game the rank of B. it's still very much worth it, and I am eager to see what they do next. I do want to play Integrate to see Yuffie's story as well.
I found you.
So, I do not know when I'll get to that, because well, oh, I do have other projects to do. So maybe I should work on those. But anyway, I am looking forward to seeing where the story goes, and finally getting the answer of if they're going to do the same or if they're going to change it. So I am hoping that gets cleared up in the next chapter / episode that they release. Yeah, that was my phone. Anyway, so that's all the time I got for here. So final ranking for this game, like I said, is B rank. Still a good game, but could have been better had they not messed up the ending.
Looks like.
Alright, later Fuchsia Nation, till next time.